Well, it's 8:35, so we're going to go ahead and get started for those folks that are online with us. Good morning and welcome to our April virtual morning connections hosted by Gail's Powersports. You know, everybody knows Gail because she's been Gail's Harley Davidson for I can't tell you how many years. She's going to have to tell us that. But about 6 months ago, she rebranded to become the biggest, baddest toy store in the Kansas City area to offer a lot of other types of products. And so she became Gail's Powersports. Back in December, we had talked about trying to do a ribbon cutting, but everybody was kind of in shutdown mode at that point in time. You know, we couldn't even get together with family. So we thought this morning that it would be a great way for us to bring you to her to see what she's doing at her new and upgraded dealership. So Gail, thank you for hosting this morning. Thank you for being with us, taking the time to share with our members. Fill us in on what's happening at Gail's Powersports.
Thank you, Kim. And thank you all for letting me the opportunity to speak to you about everything that's going on around here. So, golly, in this world, especially now, I think always in our entire life, but especially right now, if you aren't prepared to pivot in life, you're going to be left behind. So, oh gosh, about a year ago now, a little over a year ago, Harley Davidson shared with me their plans for the future. And part of the plan was to drastically decrease the number of units being sold and how they are going to, their expectations of the dealerships, that each individual dealership across the country and around the world. Well, I am not, I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my life, and I was not at any, I had no desire to go through what Harley Davidson had put in front of me for the next 5 years until things evened out with Harley Davidson, because this is a 5-year plan of theirs. So I asked them if they would help me get out of this. I wanted to, back away and do something different. And so they did. They work with me, and luckily I have a really great relationship with them. I love the motor company, and we've always got along insanely well. And they made me an offer that's like, there's insane offer. It's awesome. It was really fantastic. So they bought me out, and they bought the franchise out. And at that point, I had to consider: do I want to retire and just keep I have a dealership in Shawnee, at Shawnee Powersports. Do I just want to keep Shawnee Powersports, or do I want to continue on with Gail's in some way? So I decided that I'm too young and having too much fun to retire. Plus, I have 50 families depending on me to make the right decisions and help them with their future. So I kept Gail's open and turned it into Gail's Powersports. Decided I wanted to be the biggest and baddest toy store in the nation, not just Kansas City. Right now, I got to start with Kansas City. So, but it's really coming true. We sell Powersports of everything. Actually, we're branching into anything fun, anything adult toy store, but we also include kid stuff. Power toys of all brands. I'm going to walk you around here. We'll not only sell Harley Davidson, okay, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself because I see squirrels. So I still get to sell Harley Davidsons. My heart and soul will forever be a Harley Davidson enthusiast. I love the motorcycle more than anything in the world. It's the motor company direction that I walked away from. So I still get to sell Harley Davidson motorcycles, still sell parts and clothing, and our Harley Davidson master techs still get to work on the Harley Davidson motorcycles. What's fantastic is I am no longer in the Harley Davidson box. I can branch out and do whatever it is I want to do. I don't only have to do what Harley Davidson wants me to do. So that includes selling everything that you can think of that's fun. All right. So this is so cool. So I'm going to walk you over here. This is my dealership. This floor here used to be filled with Harley Davidsons. It still has a lot of Harley Davidsons, as you see on it. But we also have, let's see, there's some scooters. So for those of you who want to try out motorcycling, but you're a little leery about getting into a full-blown motorcycle, you can start with a scooter. And for those of you who want to travel or have fun with just the kids, lots of kids in tow, we have side-by-sides. They're so much fun. You can bring the kids, or you can go without the kids, which I prefer, and have fun running around in the forest. So find a forest and just to have so much fun. We carry a brand called Hyson Intimidator. Intimidator is born and raised and built in Batesville, Arkansas. And we sell this. Here's the Intimidator. Oh, I got to show you the Intimidator logo. It's so cool. It kind of fits this badass stuff. It's really cool. Isn't that neat? Okay, and Envy is a neighborhood vehicle. It is a golf cart on steroids. It is so cool. So, you know, like there's a lot of neighborhoods now that you hop in your golf cart and you run around the neighborhood in your golf cart. Well, you can run around the neighborhood in your Envy, and it's fun. So, and what's really cool is a lot of cities now, they have okayed the use of golf carts on the streets, on the normal streets. So it's pretty cool. We carry, there's a Honda over here. We carry everything. Honda, Yamaha, Husqvarna, you name it. I'm going to walk you on through. Oh, and I missed some of this stuff. Here's the Harley Davidsons. And this is so much fun. Okay, now I know that everybody is not into power sports, and I'm totally cool with that. But I do know what everybody is into, and that's cool clothes. So I have got all the cool clothes that anyone could ever want. We still have genuine Harley Davidson motor clothes. And get this, I have on one of these Dixon flannels. Dixon flannels, for those of you who don't know, they are the coolest flannel shirts. I've got one on right here, but it's a flannel shirt that you can literally wash and dry, shake out and wear. And it looks like it has been freshly pressed when you grab it out of the dryer. And it feels like it's brand new, wash after wash after wash. I love it. And I know I sound like a commercial because I am, but I love Dixon flannel. The collars are buttoned down, so if you are in a convertible, the flaps don't flap you in the face. So it's pretty cool. We carry, like parts for every kind of power sports brand you could ever think of. It's just, I don't know, man. I tell you, it's fun. What I'm doing now is a blast. It was quite a step when I walked away from Harley Davidson. It was sad because it's like walking away from, like getting a divorce and walking away from your husband. But what's great is we're still friends. So now I get the best of both worlds because, like I said before, I still get to sell Harley Davidson motorcycles, but I'm out of the box and I'm out from underneath their thumb. And I get to do whatever I want to do. And those of you who know me know that there is nothing more important to me than to do whatever I want to do. So that's what Gail's Powersports is all about. So back to you, Kim.
We're so glad you're doing what you want to do. You bring so much enthusiasm and joy to your job. And we hope that a lot of folks can get out there and see what you've got going on. We're going to mention this again at the end, but we are going, once we move back to in-person meetings in starting in May. In June, we'll be doing a bike night happy hour with Gail's on June 16th in person, starting at 5:30. We'll remind everybody again at the end about that. But we always have, Gail, you always have one of the best after hours of any of the members that, put something on. So we're excited to do this with you in person.
Thank you. No,
And
I'm super excited about it. I hate to step on you, Kim, but this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a live band and cold drinks and food, and just said it'll be a whole lot of fun. I'm looking forward to you guys being here. You'll get to see lots of motorcycles and everything else, all the power toys. Oh my gosh, almost forgot. We sell these cool bicycles. Oh my goodness, can you see them here? Okay.
yes,
So
are those the ones who were riding in the video?
yes, oh my gosh. These are called pedal assist bicycles. Everyone knows how to ride a bicycle, and they're so much fun. Okay, here's a cool thing. You have all these different levels of power. They assist. Okay, so you can go from 0 assistance to 5 assistance. And when you push on the pedal, it just kind of pushes you forward. And so you can either use the assistance or not use the assistance, but you can make it something powerful. You can make it go, oh gosh, 30 miles an hour if you want to, but it's all up to you. So you don't have to feel like, you have a throttle. If you decide you want to stop pedaling and slow down, there's a brakes and all that. You just stop pedaling and slow down. It's a pedal assist. So it's not an electric bike like a motorcycle. It's assistance on the pedaling. So it's pretty cool. I forgot to mention that. But you can come out here on June 16th and check those out. It's just going to be a fun day. So I hope everybody can make it.
We're looking forward to it. Do you have any staff or anyone you want to introduce to our group here this morning?
I totally forgot to prepare anybody to let them know what's there. I know. Everybody is just wandering in right now, but I will tell you, I have got an amazing team. The team has stuck by me through the entire transition, and not only the team within the dealership, but my team outside of the dealership, was my hog chapter. Now that they're called the Heartland Riders, and it's a riders group that ride every kind of motorcycle on the planet. But I thought that when I made this announcement, I would lose employees and I would lose customers. But I'm going to say they have stuck by me, and it's amazing. It's really awesome. I have lost probably 10% of the customers who are just diehard Harley Davidson, and they're like, I can't, you're walking away from a motor company sort of thing. But 10% I'm good with, and probably 5% of my employees. So everybody else stuck through it, and they're having a blast.
I can tell. The day that you gave me a tour after we had lunch at the Chive, you could just feel the excitement and, how invested everybody is in making the dealership work. So kudos to you. And we can come back around at the end, because I think we'll have plenty of time. If there's anybody that you want to introduce, feel free to do so.
Thank you.
But we're gonna, and again, thank you, Gail. We're gonna go ahead and hear updates from our folks that are on Zoom. So I'm just gonna kind of start at the top of my screen, and we will start with Michelle Phillips.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm really good at using buttons. So, hi, good morning, Gail. I'm so excited. I have to tell you, I was texting while you were talking to about 15 people about we all need to come see you. You have some great things going. And if I can keep on, your energy this morning is what I needed. So thank you. I needed that this morning. I haven't found myself high energy lately. So thank you so much. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Michelle Phillips with Bank Midwest. I manage the location out, used to be Grandview, and I'm in Blue Springs, but I love Grandview. So I want to be part of it, that community, as much as I can. Just because my office is here doesn't mean I sit here very often. I'm mostly in Grandview. I would tell you what's new right now is I'm actually able to get out and start seeing my clients in person. So I'm really, really, I hate to say the word stoked, but I'm excited to be able to get out and start talking to people and visiting with people and just try and get back to our, I guess, the new norm. But yeah, new things right now is interest rates are really low. We're really excited about doing business loans again. And if anybody knows anybody, I'd love to help them. So, but yeah, Gail, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share the news. So thank you for this morning.
Thank you, Michelle. And Michelle serves on our board of directors and our exec committee. She's our vice chair of membership. So she's, and co-chair of our ambassador committee. So we appreciate all she does. And next, we're going to go to Dr. Kenny Rodriguez. He's got to hop off to go to another meeting. So I'd like him to give a quick update.
Yeah, certainly. It's a lot of stuff going on in our world right now. First, foremost, obviously, very recently passing the bond and levy for our school district, which will really push us forward into the next 4 to 5 years and really doing amazing things with our school district. Last Thursday night, our board approved one of the largest increases for our staff in terms of salary that we've done since 2006. So it was a perfect opportunity for us to put the community's money to work immediately and being able to show our staff our appreciation of the things that they've been able to do over this last year. So very excited that our school board approved that, and very excited that that'll go into place next year. It also puts our beginning teacher salary at $40,000, which is a number that we've been trying to get at for a very long time. So very excited that we'll be able to do that. That's only probably one of about 3 other school districts in the metro at the moment. Many other are still making their decisions for next year. So very excited to have that be the opportunity. And then April 12th, we had our grades 3 through 5 return 4 days a week. And starting on Monday, the 26th, coming up, all of our students will be in session 4 days a week. So our schedule is a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday this year, and Wednesdays have been used for virtual instruction, but also for PD for our teachers, and just trying to do any other supports and having them talk to each other and learn from each other and do anything possible, but still providing some supports for our students. So I'm excited. On Monday, we'll have kids in every one of our buildings all 4 days a week, getting everybody kind of back, trying to set the tone kind of for our next school year, knowing that we're going to start full on next year. So being back in 5 days a week and more of a traditional schedule, but we'll still be taking everything that we've learned and still be doing a lot of virtual stuff and doing a lot of exciting things with everything that we've learned from the last year. And we're not looking at it as going back to what we did, but taking all that information and pushing us forward in the future. So again, a lot of cool stuff happening, but the bond projects will start, some will start this summer, but many over the course of the next 4 years. And really, it's going to change the landscape of what our school district looks like. So I'm very excited what that's going to be, and continue to partner with businesses. Our pathway models are still in place, and we're pushing those through. I mentioned Michelle from the Chives coming out. We're going to talk to her about internships with some of our students over there. I'm going to take her a tour of our kitchen and facilities at our high school. And still got a lot of those opportunities that we're going to be talking to a lot of community members about. But we've got students that are over at Avila and going on internships at Cerner, and a lot of exciting things happening in our school district. So very cool, and looking forward to what's going to happen in 2021.
Something that I read, I can't remember if it was online, is just saying that snow days may be a thing of the past. Now the school districts have gotten so great at virtual learning, the kids may never get a snow day because they can just do their class by Zoom.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had this opportunity all school year. Obviously, it's been a little bit weird this year. So, but I still called 2 traditional snow days this year. It just, there's sometimes there's just a time that it's like, you know what, we're all a little stressed right now. We just all need a break, and the kids do too. So we may not ever have 7 or 8 snow days again. We may not have more than 1 or 2 a year anymore. But I would never say that they're gone, because there's still going to be that time that I just sense that everybody needs a break. And even though we have the capabilities and we'll utilize it whenever we can, sometimes you just don't want to do that.
Great, thank you. Jamal, before you go, do you have time to just give a quick update? Jamal also has a meeting. Did we lose him?
Absolutely.
Oh, there he is.
Can you guys hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. Gail, your space looks amazing. I was there just recently. I'm a fellow Harley owner for a long time. And yeah, your shop is great. As far as the city goes, our big project, we talked about the conversion of the frontage roads that follows the 71 or 49. And that is going to start this summer. We just signed a contract with the design build contractor. So that is happening. We're expecting any minute now, the second hotel's opening. And I was looking at the new building permits. We have been setting our records for the last 3 years, but we're ahead of last year. So that tells me that this is going to be another record year, especially on the housing end. We have 2 large projects coming our way, and there is one we're still negotiating, but this is going to be a fantastic year for going vertical. With that said, I have to hop out and join to my own staff meeting at 9 o'clock. Good to see you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamal. And Ann just posted that she needed to hop off. Ann, if you're still here, do you want to give a quick update? I think maybe she left or had to go to another meeting. So we'll go back. And I'm going to call on Kristen Goodson next to give an update for Peterson.
Hello. Great to see everything going on at the store, Gail. That was good. I like seeing the additional items. I mean, Peterson obviously is a Harley fan as well, but it's nice to see the new different product lines. As far as Peterson goes, things are starting to pick back up. We are about to what the pre-pandemic level was at Peterson, and we're actually above that at some of the other divisions, like our Maxi Seal division. I know we are still hiring people for assembly and floor and some maintenance and different areas like that, but business is starting to pick up, and the trailer builds in the market are starting to reach pre-pandemic levels and higher. And starting to look really good there as well. And so we've got a lot of stuff that's in the works, hoping that we end out this year above where we were in 2019. And it's looking promising, so.
Great. Thanks, Kristen.
Uh-huh.
Next, we'll go to our chairman of the board, Patty Carbaugh with Commerce Bank.
If I can get my microphone unmuted. Gail, I am so looking forward to coming back out and seeing that place. It sounds amazing. And to be honest, that I'm embarrassed to say, but I am really paying attention to that pedal assist bicycle, because
You'll love it. It's so cool.
I love riding a bicycle, but oh my gosh, if there's the slightest hill involved, it's like, so
Yes,
yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. And you love it.
It sounds amazing, but yeah, what I was thinking is, gosh, you know what? That's what sounds like a really great afternoon is going to Gail's and then to the Chive, or the Chive and then Gail's. Either way, I don't know. Sounds like a fun afternoon. Anyway, thank you, Gail. I'm so glad that I did come this morning. So I just wanted to share with everybody that we did unlock our front doors on March 1st, but we didn't really announce it because, it's kind of nice to have our lobby quiet or quieter, but we've steadily been picking up business in our lobby. But I just want to share that we are still doing everything in our drive-through. I mean, we can even open accounts in the drive-through. Notaries, wire transfers, cashier's checks, cash advances. We can do everything in our drive-through. Anything that we can do in our lobby, we can do in our drive-through, except let you into your safe deposit box. That you still have to come inside the bank to do. So you have a choice. You know, you have a choice whether you want to be in person in the drive-through. It's your choice. Some of those things, though, traditionally that we would do in the lobby, it's the commercial window that you need to come to, just so that we can have a really good visual of you. But I did want to share that this is kind of exciting. We have a credit card offer, 12 months, 0% interest on purchases and balance transfers. And if you do your balance transfer within, I think it's like 60 days, there's no balance transfer fee either. So, and there's no annual fee. So, I mean, right now that's a really pretty good deal on a credit card. So whether you have a balance to transfer, or if there's some big purchase you want to make, like, you know, take a trip, you got this 0% interest for 12 months. So anyway, if you're interested, just let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. We're going to go next to Sonora Kelly. Good morning, Sonora.
Good morning, everyone. I must say to Gail, I retired from Sprint, and you spoke at a meeting there for executive assistants probably 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I was inspired by you then, and all these years later you still have the same energy. So it was great to feel your energy today. I think that's going to kickstart my day to get through the rest of it. Paradise. So business has picked back up. People are traveling again. There's such a pent up demand for people to get out of Kansas City and out of the country. All the islands are open. Fortunately or unfortunately, their safety protocols are miles above the United States, because tourism is their lifeline. And so they're doing safety protocols right. The hotels are at 50 to 70, 75% capacity. I was on webinars all last week and this week, and they were live from the different resorts on the islands. And you would see maybe 3 or 4 people walk past the camera, or 7 or 8 people on the beach. So capacity levels are down. The hotspots right now are Cancun, Dominican Republic, and Cabo. Of course, cruises aren't going right now, but the cruise lines are meeting with the CDC, and they're hoping to open back up in July. Royal Caribbean has set the bar as far as cruises. During the pandemic, they've been cruising over in Europe, and they, as of month before last, had sailed 100,000 passengers and no COVID. And that's because they're doing safety protocols right. So they've taken that to the CDC along with other cruise lines to say, we've got it right, we know what to do, we know what not to do, and we can open safely. They will not open at full capacity, so there won't be herds of people, but they'll open at about 50% capacity when they reopen. If you go to an island, you will have to take a COVID test to go before you go, 72 hours. You will have to take a COVID test to come back into the US. And there's a great possibility that you may have to have the vaccine in order to get on planes and to travel. But I am so grateful that my phones are ringing again. I haven't worked in a year, and for these phones to ring, I'm like, oh, the phone's ringing. You know, I don't answer Sonora, I answer Paradise Travel Services. So I'm really, really grateful to that. And I want to give a shout out to Danielle with Pier Magic. She contacted me yesterday for a trip for her family, and I'm very grateful that a chamber member did contact Paradise. So we're up and running again, and I'm so excited. I've got some trips on the books right now for myself, so I can get out of Dodge. So we are going to try to put together a travel show for Grandview. Haven't quite worked that out yet. We've got to find a location that we can have it at where we don't have to have a charge for the location, but I'm very good friends with several of the travel BDMs here in Kansas City, and I think I can get them, if they don't have to pay anything, I think I can get them to come in and showcase with me. So we're trying to get a travel show on the books here in Grandview for this year or early next year. So thank you guys so much and have a great day.
Thank you. Great things. Are you still doing your Thursday evening virtual travel shows?
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. So in November, speaking of pivot, Gail, November, I just could not sit here and not do anything any longer. So I started doing every bi-weekly Thursday night travel shows. And so every week, every 2 weeks on Thursday from 6 to 7, we have a different travel supplier. This coming Thursday at 6 p.m., it's the BDM for the island of Antigua and Barbuda, which you probably have never heard of Barbuda. It's just a little island off from Antigua. And he is going to walk us through everything that there is to do on that island. It's a lovely island and the people are fantastic. People don't think about going there. It takes a bit of time to get there, but that's who our host is for this coming Thursday. And we have plans all the way out through May every 2 weeks. And I may continue it as long as I can find a supplier that will talk with us for an hour. Every 2 weeks, I'll continue the virtual travel shows. But what has happened is from me promoting those on Facebook, it's caused other people to see my company, and I'm getting calls about other things that has nothing to do with the travel shows. So I'm glad that I started doing that because it has boosted the business. Thanks, Kim, for reminding me of that.
You're very welcome.
Real quick, Sonora.
Yes.
You know, I got to say, just as somebody on the outside looking in, you do such a fabulous job. Even if you can't find a person that is, you know, from the island of Barbados or whatever that name of that island is, or whatever, just people that have gone on trips for you. Maybe you have them in if you can't find a guest, because as long as you continue what you're doing, you'll just become so viral that you won't know what to do.
Thank you so much, Gail. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Great idea. Next, we're going to go to Debbie Jackson with Coffee News.
Let me unmute there. Hey, good morning, everybody. Great to see everyone. And my name is Debbie Jackson. I publish this little newspaper called Coffee News. It's fun reading, serious advertising. And Gail, oh my God, like, thank you so much just for being who you are all your life. You've been an inspiration to me personally for so long. You have Coffee News at your location. Thank you for that support. That really means a lot to me. And I'm a bicyclist, and you have pedal assist bikes, which is awesome because they're actually really fun. So I'm going to definitely check those out as well. But just thank you for all you do just as a woman in business. It's very encouraging, very inspirational. So thank you for that. And I wish you all the best with this new venture that you're doing. In Coffee News, we're really excited because it just seemed like, boom, in the last few weeks, people are out and about. Our stands are empty sometimes, like, oh, okay, people are picking them up. So we're ordering more Coffee News. We're getting more locations. Things have really turned around in the last few weeks. I'm getting a lot more calls about advertising too. One of the big areas people are advertising in Coffee News is hiring. So if you or someone you know is hiring, please consider referring me or talking to me about doing a hiring ad or any kind of ad to promote your business. But I have to sell ads to stay in business. But what I'm also looking for is more locations for distribution, particularly in the Grandview area. So this could be a restaurant, a coffee shop, a waiting room. It could be a major employer like Peterson. Thank you. We put those in the employee cafeteria. We put them in the Honeywell cafeteria. So any of those areas, if you or someone you know can help me out with more locations, it's free. This is free, folks. So let's do that. And then the other free thing is our What's Happening section of community events. So if you're doing anything that is promoting your business, but also connecting it with, say, collecting diapers or food or school supplies, whatever it is, then you can get free publicity in Coffee News. All you have to do is go to my website, Coffee News, kcmetro.com. I'll put it in the chat. And then submit your event. And let's get some, and Chamber, send me things too using that form because I want to help you promote what you're doing as well as you're getting back to more events. So anyway, thanks to those who do read Coffee News, and please share it. It's all good news, all right? So no bad news, all good news in the Coffee News. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank you. Next, we're going to call on Brian Stone with Edward Jones.
All right. Good morning. Again, my name is Brian Stone with Edward Jones. My office is in South Kansas City. Just recently moved. We're over off 435 in Holmes. Obviously, a lot of love being thrown Gail's way and listening to her on the radio and seeing her on commercials. Just love the passion, love the passion. So we can see why you're all so successful. One quick note, a good thing about April snowfall is what? It melts off in 6 to 12 hours. So that was a positive there yesterday. But anyway, in my opinion, being a financial advisor is more than just owning stocks and bonds. So it's really about finding out what's most important to you and building a personalized strategy to help you achieve your goals and then partnering together throughout your life. So again, if your finances and investments are not getting the attention that they deserve, please reach out. We'd love to have a conversation about that. I'm also going to have a webinar, just a quick market update. It'll be next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Be seeing some more information on LinkedIn or via email on that. Secondly, I did just become part of a new business networking group. They opened another chapter in South Kansas City. So if you're excited about expanding and growing your business among like-minded individuals, please let me know. We'd love to have you stop by for that. And then finally, I am a past president of the South Kansas City Rotary Club. As many of you know, we used to have a reverse raffle in and around May of every year at the Armacost Center. Well, we have postponed that, and hopefully we'll have that in the fall. But instead, this year, we're having a cornhole event. It is Thursday, May 6th at 5:30 at Rose Hill Gardens in Martin City. I think we still got a few more spots open. We're looking for 50 teams of 2, $50. There's going to be food, drinks, should be a lot of fun, and an outdoor activity. And what we're looking to do is for businesses here in the chamber or the community, have it be a team building event. I know Grade A Tree Care had about 5 or 6 teams last year. It was just a really, really fun event. So looking to make it even bigger. And then lastly, today is Admin Professionals Day. So if you have an office manager, somebody that's close with you there in the office, show them some love today. Tell them thank you, buy them a cup of coffee, and just really let them know how much you appreciate them. But that's it.
Great. Thank you, Brian. Next, we're going to go to Roger Lewis. Good morning, Roger.
Morning. Well, I work with Kristen at Peterson, so I'm the CFO, and she already kind of gave an update for Peterson. We're doing well, and life is good. And again, kudos to Gail. Great energy, great speech. Way to make that transition from that iconic brand and rebrand and reposition your business. That's just absolutely amazing. It's just a story for the ages. So great job.
Thank you, Roger.
Okay.
Next, Stephanie Leary from Rediscover. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hi. It was great to hear about all the changes at Gail's. I loved your enthusiasm and hearing about it all. And hopefully soon there'll be some benefit rides going. I know a lot of people want to get back out on the road and, help support good causes. So I hope to hear from some soon. And also, you need to get Can-Am in there. Yes. So my name is Stephanie Leary. I'm with Rediscover. I am an employment specialist there. So I am helping our clients that are in recovery to find, a good work environment and something that matches their strengths and skills. So I love talking to employers about their hiring needs and trying to match up, good qualified potential employees, or even just to have a relationship with a business that can help our clients, maybe practice interviewing or learning about businesses. So that's what my job is about. And I look forward to maybe talking to some of you about your hiring needs.
Great, thank you. Next we have Alan Kinder with Central Church.
Stephanie, I need you, just so you know. Give me a call.
Okay.
That would be great, Gail. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Alan Kinder. I'm the pastor at Central Church here in Grandview. And in a Chamber of Commerce, and I often wonder, and I ask myself, and people have asked me, why would a church be a part of a Chamber of Commerce? And a verse that I adopted from the Bible years ago in dealing with how we as a church interact with our community comes from the book of Jeremiah. And in chapter 29, verse 7, it says, "Seek the welfare of the city where I have sent you. For in its welfare, you will find your welfare." And that word welfare is the peace and the prosperity and all of those things that come in mind with that. So I want to help seek the prosperity, the welfare, the peace of the city where God has sent me. And that's why my church is a part of the Chamber of Commerce. Gail, I've been out to your shop, or out to your showroom there a couple of times. I was never a Harley rider. I was a rider, but not Harleys. So I never bought anything from you, but I'm gonna have to come back out and check it again here. I'm looking forward to the in-person event. I'd like to come out and look at the showroom again. My wife will probably have to handcuff me to keep me away from, signing any paperwork on anything.
Maybe I'll grab.
But what's that?
Maybe I'll grab onto her. She'll want.
There you go. There you go. But as a church, it has been a struggle for the last couple of months. I mentioned last time with the virtual morning connection, we had a water leak in our church in February. We are still dealing with some significant damage in the building that still has not been repaired. We're working with the company to try and get that moving forward. So if you come visit us now, the building, the facility is in pretty bad shape right now. But that doesn't mean we're closed. We're not. We've been open. And having in-person services, and our Fig Leaf ministry is open still. We are slowly starting to take donations for the Fig Leaf again now. And I say slowly just because with the building in the disrepair, we don't really have all the storage that we need. So when people bring donations, it's hard to deal with those right now. But we are slowly starting to take donations again. So if you have clothing donations, gently used clothing, or if you just want to buy a package of t-shirts or underwear or socks and drop those off, we can always use those as well. That's a ministry that we do. We give clothing away once a month to anybody that shows up. No qualifications, no prerequisites. We just want to try to help people in need in that way. And also in June coming up, we will also be hosting a blood drive for the Community Blood Center. So we're looking forward to that. Lord willing, and insurance company willing, and restoration company working, we will have the church put back together by then. So if not, we have backup plans for how we can do it. We have enough space in our sanctuary. We're going to clear out our sanctuary if we need to, and we'll just do the blood drive inside there because that's the one place in the church that probably looks the best right now. So that's kind of where we are as a church, and we look forward to, again, engaging in the community and trying to help the community prosper as best it can. And so, like I said, and Gail, like I said, I'm really looking forward to the in-person event in June. I want to come out and look again and see what everything you guys have on the showroom.
Sounds great. Thank you, Alan. We appreciate churches being part of the chamber membership and helping spread the welfare in our community. Next, I'm going to call on Nola Wood. Good morning, Nola.
Good morning, Kim. It's such a treat to see you all, and I also look forward to the in-person events, but it's great to do it this way too. So thank you for doing this, and thank you, Gail. We appreciate you and your presence in the community, and for you that don't know, her mom has been a great friend of mine for years and just a wonderful family. I have three things to quickly share with you today. Many of you know that I'm a past president of the Kansas City Association of Health Underwriters and have been in the health insurance business for years. There are a lot of people with questions about their health insurance at this point and wondering if they've got the best deal. A lot of people have gone without coverage because the whole system has been so confusing, and for many it's been so expensive. So I'm happy to help people with that. And I'll put it on the chat, but my email address is nola.wood@sbcglobal.net. And I'm on Facebook, just Nola Wood. And would love to help anyone who has questions with that, whether individuals or small businesses or people retiring, figuring out the mess that is how do you get through the Medicare change. The other two things that people know me for, and what I want to share with you today, everyone's worried about the spread of viruses through the air and on surfaces, and sanitizing everything inside. And so actually for years, I have handled a line of products from a company called Volara, and they're the leader in air purification. And so I have one of these right here behind me. It's very easy to, it's very portable. This particular one is the latest, greatest result of their research and development. It will handle up to 3,000 square feet, and it actually vents through the ductwork through your HVAC system, so that one 15-pound portable unit will handle up to 3,000 square feet, depending on the air quality challenges and the air circulation. It does, they have documented it very carefully that it does kill COVID in the air and on surfaces, as well as other RNA virus and bacteria and mold, handles odors. So this is something that I've handled for years, but recently with all the concern over disease, a lot of people are realizing that, hey, this would be the best solution, because when you're trying to sanitize every surface in your business or your office or your classroom and prevent the spread of disease, any disease, you know, the latest flu that's going around or whatever, this is the most effective, easiest way to do it. Everybody, many of you will know that I've been very active politically for years, and I host on the third Monday of every month for the last 10 years now. This week was our 10th anniversary, just an informal get together and have dinner and talk politics. We call it KC Conservatives. I have an email list for friends around the region who are interested in knowing what's going on. And in doing that, I recently was elected vice chair of the Jackson County Republican Committee. And so we had our big event of the year last Saturday night, had a great turnout, over 300 people, and lots of wonderful friends from around the area. We know that we cannot give up on the city. And unfortunately, some people have thought, well, you know, the cities are just run by the left, run by the Democrats, and that cannot be so, because the Republican Party is the party of the rule of law, and we support our first responders, our police, and we want to do what's right in our local and county and state and national government. And so anyone who's interested, please feel free to email me or contact me on Facebook. I'd love to encourage and support you in being active in our policy making, our local, state, and national government.
Great. Thank you, Nola.
Oh, thank you.
I think we've covered everybody. We do have Kimberly Mosley and Sharon Kinder from our staff if they want to give any quick updates or mention upcoming events.
This is Kristen.
Yes.
You might mention if we have any openings left on the volleyball team as well.
Yes. Yes. We are doing a sand volleyball tournament with South Kansas City Chamber Friday, April 30th, so about a week and a half. We have several teams, but we do have some individual players, and so we need about 4 more 3 to 4 more individual players to make a team. It's only like $25 per person. The time of play is 2 to 5. We did it last year for the first time just to get outside a little bit during the pandemic, and everybody had a great time. So we've got even more teams signed up this year, but are looking for some individual players. Michelle Phillips is one of our individual players. And then I think we've got a player or two from Executive Printing Company up north. So if any of you know any folks that would love to play individually, let me know. And thanks for the reminder, Kristen. So Kimberly, Sharon, do you have anything to share?
I just wanted to say good morning, everyone. For those of you all who don't know me, I'm the operations manager for the chamber. And Gail, every time I hear you, you are just so enthusiastic, and that is just so great. I've had a chance to hear you several times throughout when I worked for the city and with the chamber, and you are just awesome. Just love your energy. We have a lot of things coming up. I'm gonna let Sharon go over those, but I'm just excited that we're able to get back into the groove now. We'll be able to be back in person. I'm so waiting for that because it's a long time coming. Sharon?
Gail, you are what I call a community champion cheerleader. So kudos to you for your enthusiasm. And I think we're going to maybe have to have some assisted bike races. I'm afraid I might lose though, but maybe we should do that at the event. Sounds like fun. But we do have a few things coming up. If you haven't signed up yet, there's still time for the joint luncheon tomorrow that we're having with South Kansas City. Mark will be presenting on sustainable success for your people, profits, and the planet in honor of Earth Day. As mentioned, we have the volleyball tournament coming up on the 30th. And then we have a free event on the 7th of May for the community. We are hosting another shred event with Shred One. So if you have anything that needs to be put through a shredder, bring it on over. So we will be hosting that in the chamber parking lot from 10 to 2 on the 7th of May. And there's a lot more happening, and that will be listed in our newsletter and emails that we put out. Thanks, Gail, for hosting this morning.
Great. And finally, I would mention, as we're wrapping up here, we will be moving back to in-person events in May. Our next Morning Connections is May 19th at Flourish Furnishings. They did just email me this morning and confirm that they're willing to go in person because we're willing to go in person. So that will be Wednesday, May 19th. And then Friday, May 21st, will be our big awards, which stands for Business Investment and Growth in Grandview. And normally we do a lunch and the whole sit down thing. This year we're changing it up a little bit. We're going to do it outside at the amphitheater and have it be more of like a cocktail reception, and do little like charcuterie servings that people can take individually, so we're not having to deal with the buffet. I mean, so many things that we're still going to have to change. But because we weren't able to do big awards in 2019, we've got quite a number of businesses to recognize for their expansions or new growth or new building. And so we're putting that all together right now. I think we've got 30 some businesses to recognize. So you will be getting an invitation to that shortly. And we just look forward to seeing you all again. Thank you to Gail.
I have one more thing.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry. I keep interrupting you. But I failed to mention something that we all need, and that is lawnmowers. And it sounds crazy. It's a Powersports store, and why on earth do I carry lawnmowers? Because they are fun. These are called Bad Boy lawnmowers. I'm sure you've seen the commercials. They sponsor NFL, and they've got some great commercials out there. But they're really super cool. They can mow your lawn in half the time because they're super fast, and they've got amazing blades on them. They're made in Batesville, Arkansas. Seems like a lot of the things I have are made in Batesville, Arkansas. It's a great state. But anyway, check them out. Come out and you can sit on them and ride them around, whatever. Everyone needs a lawnmower. I've got them. And also, it doesn't matter whether we carry a product or not. We have the technicians in the service department to work on them. It doesn't matter whether it's a motorcycle, a side-by-side, an ATV, a lawnmower, whatever, we can work on everything, just so you know.
Well, can you work on a push lawnmower, like a John Deere push lawnmower?
That's probably not.
Okay.
I say on everything, but it's got to be fun, and that doesn't sound fun.
It's not fun at all. I hate it.
If it has a seat on it, it's more fun.
I was going to say, you have to be able to ride on it, I think. To make
Right?
it fun.
I call Vaughn's Lawns. They take care
right? They're the best.
Well, again, thank you everybody for being here today. Our timing worked out just great. Gail, thanks so much. We will see you on June 16th at 5:30 in person for happy hour and bike night and cold beer and hot bikes, and we can't wait. But you all don't need to wait until June 16th. I would say go on out there now that we've talked about some of these things, and thanks to Michelle for texting her friends and family. We'll get out there and come visit you, and then maybe go to lunch at the Chive. So have a great Wednesday. Thank you all. Appreciate your time this morning. See you next month in person.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.